Yesterday, we learned the first steps of the basics of meditation of the later heaven's immortality. Today, we'll learn the second step of the basics. We have Won Yoo-geun Suhosanim who will lead us. Hello, I'm Won Yoo-geun, your instructor for meditation today. In the previous episode, we learned the basics of how to practice the cultivation method of the later heaven's immortality. We looked into the meditation space, clothes, and how to offer water properly. Today we'll continue to talk about the basics, the original cross, how to breathe, and how to focus on the lower Danjeon. First, the original cross. When you sit down to meditate, the first thing we should do is draw the cross in our mind on our seats. What is the original cross? We're referring to a perfectly formed cross which has the same length and width. This cross is not the kind of cross used for torture during the Roman times. And there's no place in the world where this cross has not been found. Now, so what does this cross symbolize? The universe is perfectly aligned with the four cardinal directions of the universe. So this cross pointing the four cardinal directions represents the true nature of all cosmic life. You may think, what is the connection between the meditation practice and the original cross? About this, 안경전 중도사님 had said, what constitutes the phenomenon of consciousness of our body and mind? The essence, spirit, soul, and ghost of the four cardinal directions. The essence and spirit of the true north and the true south becomes the substance. The soul and the ghost of the true east and the true west becomes the function. And having the consciousness of the four cardinal directions is very, very important. In the diagram, we have the essence, spirit, soul, and ghost of the universe. And because humans are the microcosm, humans too have this essence, spirit, soul, and ghost. You can find the essence in your kidney, the northern direction of your body. Heart is the southern direction with the spirit. To the left is the soul, and the right is the ghost. Now, left and right is not an anatomical location. It's where they function. So essence and spirit is vertical, and soul and ghost is horizontal. Now, this is your spiritual constitution. 태모님, God the Mother said, you must be able to renew your mind and body through your practice of mastery over your five viscera and six entrails. We can define meditation as the cultivation to acquire the elaboration of this four cardinal direction. Now, one of the secrets that 안경준 중도사님 disclosed about the heaven and earth is this meditation with the original cross. He said, first sit facing the south, draw a circle, and draw the cross, the cardinal directions in the east, west, north, and west, north and south. And you can draw it with your mind. If you always think of the four cardinal directions, your mind becomes a magic book. In other words, draw a circle, close your eyes, draw a cross with your heart, and sit at the center of it. Now, if you go into this point, you can your meditation practice just automatically works. This is the zero coordinate, zero coordinate. And this is the, in my opinion, is the cosmic code that helps us enter the world of the creation and transformation of the universe. And professionally, when we say this is the place of Muguk, which is the source of the absolute truth of the universe, but it can also be the place of Taeguk at the same time. And in terms of human affairs, we call it Hanguk. Now, how do we get into this place? First, we close our eyes gently. Second, we draw the four cardinal directions. Third, we draw the circle. Fourth, we locate the 0, 0 uh, coordinates. Lastly, we place our perineum exactly on the 0, 0 coordinates. Now, perineum is where the strongest in energy is gathered in the human body, and so we have to draw the original cross of the universe and sit in the center of it and chant the mantras with the devotion. That way, the abundant light that can fill up the entire universe can come in through my breathing uh, as my lower dungeons portals open. And in other words, when the energy in the dungeon and the lower dungeon and the perineum rise and fills my head, it opens our energy portals and vessels and also opens up the lower dungeon. When we practice, sometimes we move our bodies, and when we do this, we get unaligned from this 0, 0 coordinate. Now, if you draw the cosmic original cross and chant the mantra inside it, your impure thoughts part ways from you, and you can naturally align yourself to the coordinates again, even if you don't attach your even if you're not attached to aligning yourself to the coordinates, it'll happen naturally. So draw the original cross, and that's how you break off your from your own thoughts. We instantly enter the sea of cosmic creation and transformation. Now, second thing that I want to talk about is breathing. How should we breathe? This is very important. We may say breathing is like lifeline that connects the universe and myself. Now, isn't breathing the biggest evidence that we're alive? The word life is also connected with the expression that one dies when one does not breathe. And that is why we must breathe in a more sacred way. In breathing, we have the internal breathing and external breathing. And we usually get the air in through your nose when we suck in the air, right? In our nose. And we call this external breathing because we're breathing in the energy outside of us. Now, using the inner consciousness to activate our body's energy is called internal breathing. And in our practice, internal and external breathing has to become one. As we chant the mantra in that state, light from the mantra gets clumped up and forms an egg in the color of a white jade at the lower dungeon. But breathing with impure thoughts doesn't lead to proper practice, and also a secular world, the people of the secular world breathe through their chest, and they can't live a healthy and long life. When we breathe through the penetration meridian vessel, so that our breath can go even down to our perineum, your breathing becomes slower, and the oxygen that we breathe in permeates to the deepest parts of our body, and your body can be purified in 2 to 3 minutes. It becomes refreshed. And there's quite a few positive effects to this. When you breathe in the other way around, your breath goes up to the crown chakra, and and there's even a phenomenon where our consciousness wakes up and becomes one with the nature during this process. There's a huge difference between meditation with impure thoughts and meditating without impure thoughts. When we talk about the phenomenon of breathing, we often say that we have the secular breathing and the true breathing. Secular breathing is the breathing that we do after our umbilical cord cuts off and we start breathing through our nose. Now, the true breathing is the breathing style that we used to use when we're in the mother's womb before the umbilical cord gets cut off. When we're one with the mother and the mother form, we breathe instinctively on using the truly sacred method of true breathing. that we used to breathe through our concession vessel, governance meridian vessel, and used all of our body to breathe. But we've fallen to the secular breathing. We get angry, excited, and breathe the way we want to breathe emotionally. We burn our bodies internally and die that much faster. In any case, breathing is breathing method of myriad people that allows them to live and die just only as animals and caught by their emotions. And what is the true breathing? True breathing is the real breathing. Some Taoist immortalism cultures refer to this method as the breathing method used by the babies in the mother's womb. Breathing method that cuts off all thoughts and becomes one with the samshin. So it's called samshin breathing method as well. And we can also call this true breathing as spirit breathing. In regards to this theme, 안경전 종도사님 said the important thing for you, your cultivation, in order for it to work, is to having a sincere heart. The bottom line is that the true breathing is supposed to be done with a truthful and righteous mind, and having a truthful mind and working hard becomes the very first premise of our practice. True breathing is where the impure thoughts have been cut off. When you can practice true breathing well, your cultivation accelerates. A mental screen opens up, and you can even see the spirits that guard us and spirits that are in charge of the four cardinal directions. We can even witness their presence. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the concentrating on the lower Danjeon. Meditation usually is purifying your body and accumulating the new life energy in our body. And our energy gates, energy portals are located in lower Danjeon and upper Danjeon. And our lower Danjeon is about 5 centimeters below our belly button. And from that point, two-thirds point inside our body. That's where it's located. And this is where the essence of our kidney is activated, and at the top of our head we have the creating God that resembles the sun. In the 환단고기 is referred to as God of creation, edification, and the world of enlightened immortals. This means called the spirit of the great emptiness. Now, this lower dungeon, the energy portal, anatomically, you cannot locate it. It's where they function. 안경전 중도사님 said we must be well aware about the relation between the upper dungeon and the lower dungeon. Upper dungeon and lower dungeon is in the form of 태극. These two represent the opposing energy of yin and yang. Lower dungeon is the tunnel of the opportunity where the energy flows, and the upper dungeon is the passageway for the spirits of the spirit realm. So, in other words, lower dungeon accumulates the light of the pure energy, and from the lower dungeon, this is where the energy is created. And as a result of accumulating energy of upper and lower dungeon in our body, we we can connect with our middle dungeon. If you don't understand the relationship exactly of between the upper and the lower dungeon, you don't know how to meditate. This will become a crucial element as the guideline for us to be good at performing and entering this world of creation transformation. Now, when we first meditate, it's important that we train our lower dungeon. It's very easy to make path for the upper dungeon once the lower dungeon becomes ready. People who are weak, unhealthy, people have that dead voices, bad kidneys and liver. With they if they continue to strengthen their lower dungeon, they'll be able to recover their health, improve their immunity, and recover really, really quickly. Now,
아랫배가 약간 들어간 상태를
how do
유지를
we?
하면서 주문을 읽는데 자, 이때는 계속 이렇게 내쉬면서 하는 것입니다. 100%. 자, 이거는 어려운 게
This
아니거든요.
isn't hard.
자,
When we
질질
breathe in
숨을
and out
쉬면서
as we pull and push
아랫배를
our
안쪽으로
lower danjeon
당기면서
and put the
주문
energy of
기호를
the
그 안에다가
mantra
툭툭
inside it,
집어넣기만 하면 되는 거죠. 자,
you can
그러니까
do it. Anyone
우리가
can do it.
주송을 할
So
때
when we
이
chant,
도금 음악을
we
틀어놓고
play the
이걸 할
dogong
때
music and
의식을
focus our
이 주문
consciousness
소리에
to the
집중을 합니다.
mantra.
그리고 아랫배를 이렇게 안으로 당긴
We can
상태에서
use our hand
손짓으로
motion to direct
주문의
our
정확하게
energy to the lower
하단절에다가
danjeon.
탁 집어넣으면
So when we
됩니다.
chant in our mind
그러니까
and close
이렇게 주문을
our
생각으로 읽고
mouth and
입을 꽉
breathe through
다물고
the nose.
코로 숨을 쉰다.
Then breathe out
그리고
as you
숨을
pull your
내쉬면서
belly back in.
배가 좀 더 깊이
So
들어간다. 자,
this
그럼
is
약간
done
의도적으로
with
당기면
intention.
됩니다.
Intentionally,
자,
you have to
그때
do it.
기운을
When that
툭툭 쳐 넣으면
happens,
됩니다.
again,
이게
put
다
the energy of the mantra
자,
in
근데
there.
이제 좀 뭐 뱃살이 좀 찌거나
And
뭐
that's
이런
it. This is
사람들은
it.
잘 안
And
들어갑니다.
it'll be a
자,
bit
그
hard
사람들도 그러나
to
자꾸 연습을
pull it
하면
in
됩니다.
and out if
자,
you
우리
have too
몸의
much
이
belly fat, but
하단절에는
it is
은밀한
possible to
집이
practice
있어요.
with
자,
constant
공부를
practice.
해서 정단 기운을 잘 뭉치고 나면은
There's a secret
이
place in front of
갈색으로
well,
하단에
not
둥지에
around the lower
계곡
danjeon.
같은 마치 새알
Now,
같은
after
그런
studying and
알이 하나 생겨요.
consolidating the
자,
energy of
이렇게
the lower
생긴
danjeon
알은
well,
이게 바로
you'll see a white
빛덩어리거든요.
jade color egg
자, 이
in a
빛 기운이 이게 터지면은 알이 터지면은 이게 거기서 꽃이 핍니다.
and this egg
이게
is a
우리가
lump of light. And when
사람을
the lump of
예쁘다 그러면 뭐
light
그런
gets
말도 있지만
exploded, the egg cracks
은단꽃이
open and
쫙 피는
becomes a
것입니다.
flower.
자, 이 꽃은
We're seeing the human
우리가
flower for the
여덟
first
잎으로 되어
time.
있고
And there
자기의
you will be able
정성과
to find
열정에
the
따라서
8-petal
꽃잎을
flower.
피는 방식이
According to
달라집니다.
your degree of passion
자,
and
그리고
devotion,
이
the
은밀한
way
집이
it
정단에다가 기운을 뭉칠
blossoms
때
is going to
뭐
be
정념을
different.
가지고 한다든가 뭐 딴 생각을 가지고 한다든가
But when
또 뭐
you gather
음란한
your
생각을
energy
가지고
on top of
한다든가
this
그러면은 나중에 꽃이 필
secret
때
house,
뭐 꽃이 꺾어지기도 하고 시들게 되기도 합니다. 제대로 안 된 거죠. 자, 그래서
if you
우리가
have impure
정단
thoughts and
정석의
obscene
비밀을
thoughts, the
몇 가지
flower will
말씀을
wither
드렸는데
away.
앞으로
So
정단에 대한 것을 계속
we
강조를 해서
shared a
우리가
few
정단
secrets
만들기
by
100일
creating your
훈련일까요?
lower
말씀을
dungeon
드릴 거고요.
to
자,
create your
오늘은
lower dungeon.
여기까지 말씀을 드리고요.
And
내일은 동공과 전공
remember,
그리고
this
주문
is a
수행과
100 days
호흡 수행에
campaign,
대한
so
차이를
we'll
말씀을 드리겠습니다.
emphasize the importance
자,
of
우리가
strengthening your lower
백문이
dungeon again and
불여일견이라고
again.
하는데요. 수행도 직접 해보는 게
Now
좋다.
they say
자, 다 함께
doing it
수행을 하는 시간을
is
갖겠습니다.
100 times better than
시천주주
hearing it only. So we
7도
will
태을주
have time
7쪽을
to practice the
하고서
meditation.
동공수행을
We'll chant the
하겠습니다.
시천주주 mantra, 태울주 mantra 7 times each. Then we will enter the Dogong meditation.
시천주 조화정 영세 불망만사지 시기금지 원이대강 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 훔치 델천상원군 훔리치야도래 훔리합리사파 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 훔치 델천상원군 훔니지야도래 훔니함니사파 훔치 델천상원군 훔니지야도래 훔니함니사파
시천주 조하정 영세불망만사지 지기금지 원의대강 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 시천주 조하정 천주 조하정 영세불망만사지 지기금지 원의대강 지기금지 원의대강 훔치 태울 천상원군 훔니지야 훔니함니사파 훔치 태울 천상원 훔니지야 도래 훔니함